Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards as they play against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Ball kicks to Young. Thornton passes to Nunley. Back to Thornton. Clock at 6. Pass to Young. Let's go. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. Here's Boston now. Garnett with a screen on Wall. Here's Rondo. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. So Clark, let's not beat around the bush here. These teams are struggling. Each of them could really use a win.
And we know this is one they both want desperately. As you said, they're struggling, not playing well. But tonight, both of these teams feel this is a winnable game for either side. Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
First quarter, just over a minute played, and the shot goes in.
And this is Allen's game. One of the quickest releases we've ever seen. Amazing shooting off that pass.
Here's Young, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Jordan, a screen on Wall. Rondo dishes to Allen. Rondo against Wall. And it's Pierce in the corner. To the inside. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Thornton.
Like to see the Rook taking it inside. Wherever Wall can find a soft spot in the defense, he'll exploit it.
Rondo with it. He's picked up by Wall. Right side, Jordan. Garnett outside. Now here's Pierce. Latch covering. And the shot is good from Garnett.
That high release point for Garnett really helps him. Feels like nobody can block his shot inside.
Young looking it over. Wide open shot is on the money.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Rondo.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor. Outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
You know, with the style of game he has, seems like no matter the system, he's going to succeed.
He's off on the second. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by one. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything going against you. Very frustrating.
Now here's Wall. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Young outside, over Allen. Again, the Wizards score.
Using that mid-range area to find points. Good offensive awareness that time pays off.
Rondo's shot is good. Rondo's got 5.
Rondo going right through the contact and scoring there. He's a lot tougher than he looks.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston Zone.
Some changes for Boston. Brooks checked in for Jordan. Mayo comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Nash in for Rondo. E.G. and Lee, and he's checked in for the Wizards. Arenas comes in for Al Thornton. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Grizzlies. Wall against Nash. Pass to Nunley. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Nunley's got his second basket of the game.
Smart play, capitalizing close at the rim.
Ball stolen. And it's Wall in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Young.
And this is important to Wall's development. He needs to keep taking and making threes.
Pass to Pierce. Washington with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
From deep, Arenas. And again, Washington with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
The 3 ball. He can't get that one. And so it's the Washington Wizards ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Wizards.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Arenas misses. Celtics trail by 7. Mayo kicks to Nash. It's Allen on the wing. Back to Nash. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 6. Booker pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Booker is screen on Nash. Here's Arenas. It's rebounded by Workman. And so it's Boston with it. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, it makes it even tougher to take.
Now here's Arenas. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Chicago, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, for Boston, they've had a rocky start to the season, moving down a little here in the middle of the rankings. Hopefully they can make some corrections here and get this thing moving.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for Gilbert Arenas. Last year, getting it done. Last season, how about 22 points per? 7 assists and 4 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Rondo's shot is good. And a slow start out of the gate for a few teams we thought, Greg, were going to be title contenders.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're talented, you play down to your competition. This might just be a wake-up call. I think ultimately these clubs will be fine.
Here's Blatch after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Wall looking for an opening. A shot off that time. Celtics trail by 5. Carroll with it, and Arenas picks him up defensively. Pass to Mayo. Here's Garnett. Garnett getting it done down there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston Celtics.
Washington making some changes. Nunnally's checked in. Young is subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Wall against Rondo. That's tipped.
Wow, great interior D. That effort gets erased because of it.
And here's Wall. His last outing, he had 8 points.
2 minutes.
Trying to end the drought, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And along with being incredibly fast, Wall showing great body control.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Pierce comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Allen in for O.J. Mayo. Now here's Rondo. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. 1:41 left in the first half of basketball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
And he sinks the second. 1:35 left to play here in the second quarter. Young passes to Nunley. Pass to Wall. Wall draws the double. Here's Nunley. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And Wall knows his teammates depend on him to find them, especially when they're open.
Jordan, a screen on Wall. The drive by Rondo, and that one drops for him. Rondo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Here's Wall, and Washington again with the bucket.
And that's Wall's natural range. He'll get better as a three-point shooter as he goes along.
Rondo on top, covered by Wall. Rondo passes to Jordan. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now here's Wall. 10 points for him. "20 seconds left now here in the second. Shot clock at 5. Nunley's shot is good. 15 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Rondo penetrating. Pass to Garnett. Back to Allen. Off target from outside. That'll do it for the first half. Wizards out front. They lead by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Rondo. Pass to Pierce. The trade. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Pierce has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics. Here's Wall. And Boston with the rebound. Rondo kicks to Allen. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Can't get mad at the defense there. No fault of theirs. Allen just incredible at making hard shots.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Some changes for Boston. Brooks checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Mayo comes in for Ray Allen. Nash is subbed in for Rondo. Now here's Nash. Pass to Mayo. Outside Pierce. That's collected by Blatch. Wizards leading by 3. Thornton dishes the Wall. From 15 feet away, and the shot no good, a bit short.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Here's the pass to Garnett. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Well, the Wizards shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here is Wall. 10 points for him. And here's Young from the arc. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night. Garnett with a screen on Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That is his first foul of the game.
first team foul.
And here's Mayo from beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Mayo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Washington calls timeout.
Headed to the floor right now, it's Sunday.
Some changes for Boston. Damari Carroll comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Ariza in for Paul Pierce. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the slam dunk by Wall.
They're really putting together a great night, a glimpse into Wall's future.
Celtics trail by 5. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Yep, it counts. And Clark, we're seeing a lot of teams around the league employing the small ball approach. Do you see that catching on?
I think it will, Kevin. The 3-ball is here to stay. I mean, that does tend to favor more skilled and mobile players, the ability to knock down threes and space the floor. If you can also add some size, though, then I think you've got a pretty lethal combination.
Mayo against Norton. Outside Mayo. Here's Carroll. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And it's now only a 1-point Wizards lead. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. There's a screen. Here's Young. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Mayo, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And, you know, the leaping ability of Mayo, he really looks like he wants to tear the basket off on these dunks.
All with it, 12 points for him. Young from outside with the putback. Brooks grabs the board. Now Nash. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Down low, Carroll. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Wizards with the lead. On the wing, Thornton. Reza covering. Pass to Blatch. Here's Numley. 6 to shoot. And here's Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. Yep, that one goes in there. Nunley's got 10 points in the game.
Run this offense. That's what Wall was brought in to do.
Nash outside. Mayo left side. For the tie. Offensive rebound. That one's good. And the Washington lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Carroll.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. Got to work harder on the glass.
It's still anybody's. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth. Quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. To the left side wing. He kicks to Heinrich. Booker with the screen for Heinrich. To the middle. And there's Booker on the assist by Heinrich. Booker's got his first points of the game.
Oh, he looked ready for the contact and just powered it through.
Nash outside. Pass to Mayo. Driving in, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
You know, the long strides of Mayo allow him to get to the rim quickly, in the blink of an eye, as a matter of fact, and he's at the bucket.
Heinrich against Allen. Booker is screen on Allen. Pass to E. Outside Arenas. Over Mayo. No good from Arenas.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
It's Pierce on the wing. Murphy sends a screen for Pierce, and the foul on Paul Pierce. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Ariza's checked in for the Celtics. And a switcher also for Washington. Unally's checked in. Two open that time. Made it look too easy.
On offense, Wall can be explosive, heating up and finding plenty of opportunities offensively.
That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from Nash.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Arenas. Off target from outside.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight.
To take the lead. And oh, the way in, and he gets it done.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Timeout, Wizards.
Washington.
Jordan, he's checked in for Pierce. Garnett comes in for Ray Allen. Damari Carroll's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Rondo in for Steve Nash. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in to what the head coach of the Wizards was getting across in the huddle. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Outside Rondo. Garnett with the screen for Rondo. Into the lane. Plays it in off the window.
That's what a proven winner will do for you. Big bucket from Rondo.
Here's Nunley. Here's Wall. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Good job accepting and embracing the contact on the way up there.
Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
The first one, and that brings them within 2 here. Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Rondo. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Ariza outside. Rondo scanning the floor. Got it to go off the glass.
Even though he thinks pass first and pass second, if you give Rondo the green light, he can fill it up all day.
A 10-footer. Jordan pulls it down. Boston leading by 3. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Rondo. Jordan with the screen on Wall. The drive by Rondo.
And This is why Rondo is so special. A proven champion who time and time again comes up big in critical stretches of the game.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Paul Pierce is checked in for Damari Carroll, and Allen subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Rondo against Wall.
Coming up big in the clutch. This rookie Wall is the real deal.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Clock at 4.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Nerves of steel on the rookie. Wall's not intimidated at all by the big moment.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Wall. Thornton against Pierce. And he does not hit. And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Wall. So we see Boston get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. And tonight, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now, here's Westbrook. Pass to Durant. Takes a three. A rebound by Garnett. Rondo looking over the floor. And here in the early going, Clark, with roles still being defined. What's the key, in your opinion, to earning your coach's trust?
Well, I think you've got to embrace your role, and then you also have to understand how you can impact winning for your team. If a coach thinks you give the team a better chance of winning game, you're going to find yourself on the floor.
Now here's Rondo, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Outside, Pierce. 6 on the shot clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Pierce can be deadly when he's this close. Such an efficient finisher at the rim.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him and talked with Coach about the game plan for Russell Westbrook. He told me we want to make him a shooter. It's something that we'll have to stick to even if he makes a few. If we get antsy and start jumping out at him, he'll go right around us and put us in the highlight. That's a direct approach against Westbrook tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Here's Jordan. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Jordan sets the screen for Rondo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for the Celtics. No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also.
Knocking down your freebies can help you get in a rhythm and stay there.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
One thing you can count on with Westbrook, he is always in attack mode. That's 24/7.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Pierce. Shoots the three. And he's good on the three ball. Pierce has got 5 points so far.
Nice work offensively, spreading out that defense and then capitalizing.
Westbrook with it. This time 14 points for him. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Oklahoma City.
Number 2.
And here's Westbrook. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. 5 to shoot. Count that one.
Boy, this is Westbrook at his absolute best. Attacking, getting into the lane, and finishing in style.
Jordan, a screen on Westbrook. Rondo passes to Jordan. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Westbrook. Here's Durant. And he banks in the layup.
And great ability to also play inside due to the size of Durant.
1:36 left here in the first quarter. To the paint. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Thunder trailing by 3. And Scott Brooks wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And a new group in for the Celtics. Brooks checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Damari Carroll comes in for Garnett. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Pierce. Nash is subbed in for Rondo. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Kristich checked in for Ibaka. Allison comes in for Kevin Durant. Cook, he's checked in for James Harden. And Ivey's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Mayo. Nothing on the board. Over Cook. shot by Mayo is no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here is Cook. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. From the arc, drops in the tray. It's all knotted up.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Nash. That one's in, his first shot this game.
This is Nash's bread and butter, his decision-making in the pick and roll. Masterful.
Ivy against Nash. Now here's Ivy. He's tightly guarded. And here's Mayo from the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Celtics up by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Celtics?
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Back to Cephalosha. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Cook for 3. And Boston with the rebound.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Brooks with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Nash. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 5. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Takes it inside. Cook hits it from 3-point range. Cook's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Thunder. So it's the Celtics now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Paul Pierce has checked in for Brooks. Kevin Durant's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Scott Brooks wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. GA, this is a tough one. Last year's finals MVP, Kobe Bryant. Last year's regular season MVP, LeBron James. Who would you rather have?
Come on, you're really putting me on the spot here. Right now, I mean, Kobe has 5 rings. So LeBron still has to prove he can win a title. I think he will, but we've got to give Bron some time.
Celtics making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. Now look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. The Celtics second.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
Now here's Westbrook. Inside. And the basket by Kristich. It's a tie ball game.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Now Nash. Pass to Carroll. Cephalosha with the steal. Lobbed up there for... Oh, superb execution exhibited from Durant.
And it doesn't even have to be an accurate pass. With Durant's length, you can just throw it up and you know this guy will get it.
Durant against Pierce. Kicks it out to Ariza. Garnett with the screen for Ariza. 5 on the clock. Oh, Garnett, aggressive.
Here, I got a question for you. How do you guard Garnett in the pick and roll? He can drive, he can spot up, he can make the extra pass. Basically, KG can do just about anything in this set.
Here's Kristich. Pass to Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Westbrook's got the lead up to 2 now for the Thunder.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Nash, the pass to Garnett. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Garnett's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And Nash, really just pure genius in that pick and roll. You give him any kind of space, and he's going to whip the pass right through the teeth of the defense.
Now here is Cephalosha, still without a basket. And here's KD for 3. And the 3 ball is good. And the Thunder lead by 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Boston making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Damari Carroll. Thornton comes in for Trevor Ariza. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Steve Nash. And then for Oklahoma City, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Kristich. Green comes in for Cephalosha. And it's James Harden in for Russell Westbrook.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Pass to Green. In the corner, Harden. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And there are a lot of dimensions to Harden's game. Maybe the biggest piece is all the damage he does on the perimeter.
Now here's Rondo. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Jordan.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Durant kicks to Cook. Back to KD. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
Here is Harden after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Bounce pass from Durant. Cook, the basket good off the assist from Durant. Cook's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Oklahoma City. Here's Rondo. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Washington. And there's the try. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Boy, that's just cunning and crafty by Rondo. Drives in looking to draw a foul and hoping to knock down the shot as well. That's just good basketball.
He misses the free throw.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. No good on the second free throw. Green, the pass to Durant. And the Thunder, another 3.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Thunder lead by 8. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Outside Rondo. Pass to Garnett. Rebound by Jeff Green. The Thunder leading by 8. Here's Harden. Aggressive finish by Harden.
Getting physical in the paint and being rewarded for it.
Boston shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Rondo kicks to Pierce. Back to Rondo. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Putting it down. Harden there showing some agility.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Boston Celtics. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Here's for three, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got assist number 5 here tonight. Oklahoma City's got 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Harden the pass to KD. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Rebound Boston.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
To the paint. Here's Jordan. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jordan's got 6.
Offense in the paint is what his coaching staff is looking for from Jordan.
Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Celtics trail by 9. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Saturday, they'll be playing the Bucks in Milwaukee. And then on Monday, they'll head home and take on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for Boston. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And Clark, this summer, the 1960 and 1992 U.S. men's basketball teams both inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Both teams were undefeated, winning by over 42 points on average. But the world is starting to catch up after some disastrous finishes. Nice to see the U.S. back on track with 2 straight gold medals in Beijing and Turkey.
So Boston going with almost an entire new grouping. Brooks checked in for Garnett. Damari Carroll comes in for Paul Pierce. Trevor Ariza's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Nash in for Rondo. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for the Thunder. Celtics trail by 11. Nash outside. Ariza outside. Jordan a screen on Harden. Ariza, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Terrific defense in the painted area.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Westbrook. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Ibaka. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Kicks it out to Ariza. Brooks the pass to Ariza. Takes the 3. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. They set the pick. Pass to Sefolosha. Outside, KD. Oh, the Suki smooth 3 from KD.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Nash against Westbrook to stop the run. The shot by Nash, no good. The Thunder leading by 14. Sefolosha dishes to Durant. Great D that time from Jordan.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
It's Ariza on the wing. Boston, no good that time either. Well, Thunder have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Back to Durant. Here's Westbrook. He's got 8, just 5 to shoot. Here's Ibaka. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.